TikTok is the worst social media you could have nowadays, and this is the reason why I finally got rid of it. So, first of all, the algorithm is probably the best out of all social medias, and I know this could have some contention because I don't really know if it is. However, out of all of the short form content that I have used, right, whether it's Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok literally plants these videos that are absolutely perfect for where you are right now. I don't know if this is because of, your search history and all these cookies, but whatever it is, the algorithm literally, it's like a one-to-one basis with you, it feels like. Now, while that is technologically good, I think for human beings, that is one of the worst things that you could have, like a perfect algorithm, because it leaves almost no gaps for you naturally to want to get off. Every video somehow is better than the last. And even if it's not, you forget about the video you just watched and move on to the next. This is probably the closest to like a phone addiction I think someone can manifest, because you can just be sitting on TikTok for hours and hours and hours. And this isn't anything new to talk about, right? Like phone addiction, social media addiction, it's very, potent, especially in our generation, unfortunately. But doing this like over and over and over again, I think it actually starts to make you into a pod from the Matrix. If you have never watched the Matrix, not to get all like Andrew Tate, but he's not wrong in the sense of like there are literally people just plugged into this system every single day with no plan of escape because they don't even know they're in a simulation most of the time. Now, I know that's not a one-to-one analogy, but it's just to say whatever you consume is your reality. Like if you see a bunch of posts about riots and fights, you're gonna, tell all your family and friends, oh, have you seen the fights? Have you seen the breakouts? Even though it's very possible there's really no fights, no breakouts. Maybe there's like one or two and they blast it over social media. That type of stuff, they can just kind of force feed you whatever they want. Now, I know I'm mainly talking about TikTok right now, but because of this, I have also deleted Instagram. Now, it's the same exact thing, I think, for Reels. Like, where the algorithm is pretty good and sometimes perfect, right? The thing I see on Instagram, though, is there is kind of a reason to use it. And the main reason would be, people that people that your friends, family, they all are on Instagram and they all are on Facebook. So it seems more normal to go on these apps and talk to people, see how people's lives are doing, post so people can see you. But at the same time, right, I still think it's so addicting to the point where it's better to just go ghost. Now, ever since I was trying to run an Instagram account and post and whatnot, ever since I changed that goal, I deleted Instagram and I really don't plan to download it. Maybe, maybe sometime in the future, because my girlfriend sends me posts and, and she always wants me to look at them. But besides that, I would spend so much time scrolling Instagram by accident, and it would be the hardest thing to post on there because it's like, you fall into one rabbit hole and you're there for hours and hours. With YouTube, it was a little bit different because I can't just randomly watch a bunch of short form. Like it takes a lot of time to sit down and watch one video, so it changes things a little bit for me. The thing is with YouTube Shorts though, it's the same exact thing. You fall, you trip, and now you're there for 3 hours. Like it's actually insane. Now this is a little bit off topic, but one of the reasons some people say oh short form is actually good, like you should watch short form, is because the motivational content, or maybe people don't actually say that, but they think if they're watching the self improvement type of short form, it's good and that they're getting something out of it. And what I mean by this is the clips of like Alex Ramosi or David Goggins, or I mean, there's always someone new, Sam Sulek sometimes, Togi, whatever it is, right? You watch a lot of this content to the point where you start to believe you're actually getting better, but your real life has not changed literally at all. Like you think you're becoming a better person, nothing has changed. You might actually be getting worse. This is the same exact sense of you become a Matrix pod just for self-improvement content. Like that's the only difference. Like you're getting fed, force fed by all of these accounts, by all of these channels. And since you're not actually taking any action, you are stagnant. You are literally just a pod that they're making money off of. So really, even to use the excuse that like you could get better from like a bunch of this short form content, even that's invalid unless you're actively doing something about it, which most people aren't. Let's be real. I will say one of the main benefits I see from it, which is similar to the self-improvement trap, is you can actively actually use it for fitness. Like, for example, right, if you're new to the gym and you don't know how to do lat pull downs, if you look it up real quick on YouTube Shorts, you could find 3 videos back to back to back on the form. Now, you could do this for long term too, but short form allows you to, grab that information in seconds. And so I think that actually is pretty valuable, since, there's a right way and wrong way most of the time to do stuff like that. And so you can really find that information almost instantly. In that sense, I think the main purpose or the main benefit of short form is fast education. But in the same regard, if you overconsume that, right? If you overconsume any short form, all short form is bad for you, because it's literally like so much information you can't even digest. And if you take no actions, you're just force feeding yourself. Force. Like, you were hungry, then you got full, and now you're just a lard, like a big fat lard of information that you don't need. With all of that said, do I recommend you delete TikTok? Yes, I absolutely recommend you delete TikTok and any short form that is keeping you back, holding you back from any goals, anything that you want to achieve, anything like that. 100% delete it. And if anybody says, "Oh, why are you not on this?" just ignore them, bro. Like, who cares? Your life is way more valuable than these 2-second videos that you're scrolling past. You are capable of so many things. However, I also know it's easier said than done to just delete TikTok, to quit TikTok, because we all know you go back on the App Store and you download it, the next couple days, the next week, however it is, you always end up back to it. And so I think quitting TikTok or quitting short form is actually the wrong approach to it. Now, I could make a whole different video about this, which I probably will down the line, but pretty much I just think the better way to go about this is to stop trying to quit TikTok or short form or content like that, and instead start to shift your focus onto better things. Like, for example, right, if you're going to consume short form, focus on consuming content that you consciously need instead. Like, if you are going to, like, say your car breaks down, right, and you need to learn how to change your tire because you've never done it before. Okay, that's when you consume content. In the same regard, right, because you're not going to sit down and watch a bunch of those tutorials if you don't need. That's kind of what you're doing right now with a bunch of like garbage social media short form. Instead, make everything almost like the work on the tire thing. Like, think about why you needed that work on the tire video. Because you were trying to do something, you had a problem, video solved it. Find a goal, find a motivation, find something that you want to do, and fill content in the voids of like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go. Use the content to get you there. But as soon as you're done, get back to the goal, but get back to the thing that you're actually focusing on. Say again, you're new to the gym, right? And you don't have a routine. You might look up, oh, what are gym splits? What's the difference between the splits? Now, if you cram a bunch of that knowledge into yourself, right? Again, you can get to the point of overconsumption. However, I think it's better to have a bunch or maybe too much information on that than it is to just have too much information about everything. Because at least then when you go to the gym, you have, a somewhat foundation of information to go off of. Same thing if you need motivation at the gym, right? Then maybe you can watch some short form because you can put it right into your reps. You can put it right into your workout. And it almost feels like fuel at that point. So yeah, pretty much that is all to say. I think you should stop actually trying to delete TikTok and instead start trying to shift your focus onto better things. Start trying to shift your focus on the things that you want to accomplish, your dreams, any goals that you have. I would actually say, if you want to do something about this, over the next 30 days, literally just delete all your social medias and only download them when you need them, like when you're trying to get to your goal. If you don't know what stuff to buy for a YouTube channel, right? You don't know what mic, you don't know what this or that, then, watch a video of best microphones or cheapest microphones for 2026, blah, 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 and delete it right after. I mean, you don't need too much information. You really don't need that much information at all to do anything. Or really, to start anything. Eventually you need a little bit of information, but if you watch too much, you get into the tutorial hell type of thing where you're just kind of becoming a permanent learner. And if you stick to that, at least for 30 days, right? Even just 30 days, your life will become unrecognizable. Like, you will actually be going somewhere. You will not just be a fat piece of lard just doom scrolling in your bed. But yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Have a great, amazing day.